What qualities make a man incredibly attractive to women? It's not your fault that some of you are only concerned with appearances and status. Contrary to what we are led to believe, this is not the case. No one is born a superhuman or attractive person. Instead, we all develop better habits over time that make us the people we are today. And in today's video, I talk about the 9 most important habits that will take your personality to the next level. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like the video. You can help me continue spreading the Stoic philosophy. If you are not subscribed, I recommend you subscribe and activate the bell to avoid missing any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment with a number 1. If you don't, please comment with a number 2 to let me know so I can make better videos in the future. Number 1. Be confident, avoid arrogance. Because they exude confidence, masculine men always have a step up in all facets of life. The majority of men lament their lack of innate confidence, but keep in mind that only 1 person in 1,000 is born with confidence. The others must work to achieve it. To advance in life, they work on improving their confidence and themselves. You see, having confidence has an impact on nearly every aspect of your life. Being self-assured will enable you to defend your identity and convictions. Nobody can undermine your self-worth if you are self-assured. If you're confident, no woman will look down on you. Furthermore, you stand out from the crowd if you exude confidence. Self-assurance functions similarly to a magnet, drawing in both men and women. They will admire you as a man who is self-assured and aware of his value. However, you also shouldn't come across as conceited, as conceit destroys your sense of worth as a man and eats up your self-esteem. When you can strike a balance, women will be raving about your captivating personality. Number 2, regular workout. The fact that regular exercise keeps you in shape and healthy is no secret. However, did you know that it also makes you more appealing to women? I have 100 ways to prove that this is true, but let me focus on the most evident ones first. As exercising raises testosterone levels, it's the most manly thing a man can do to become more attractive. Hear me out. Exercise causes your testosterone levels to rise naturally, which in turn leads to more macho characteristics like dominance in social situations and assertiveness. Additionally, women will lust after you more the more manly you appear to be. Regular exercise also gives you more vitality and energy. Being energetic will enable you to perform at a far higher level than the average man, which in turn makes you more attractive. Now hear this. Exercising boosts your self-confidence as a man. How? You'll go from being a skinny boy to a beast when you dedicate enough time to bulking up. Your woman will feel safe with you because she knows that you won't let anyone bother her while you're around. This automatically raises your confidence level and makes you more attractive. Number 3, maintain good personal hygiene. Since your physical appearance makes up the majority of your attractiveness, keeping yourself clean should be your top priority. You will radiate more attraction the more tidy and clean you seem. As a man, I believe you can also comprehend this. Meeting women who have terrible taste in clothing, foul breath, and no showers will undoubtedly be the worst experience of your life. This also applies to women. They expect you to be well-groomed and in good physical shape when they are about to meet you. Among the things you ought to worry about are brushing your teeth, styling your hair properly, and wearing a nice perfume, which adds another level of appeal. The same holds true for your physical appearance, which includes maintaining your skin and other body parts that give you an alluring, youthful appearance by taking regular showers. Hear me out. Maintaining good personal hygiene has nothing to do with trying to look good for other people. Rather, having well-groomed hair will make you feel good about yourself and add even more charisma to your already attractive personality. Number 4, be a man of manners. A well-mannered man embodies true masculinity. Your simple act of civility, whether it be through speech or deeds, will win over any woman in your vicinity. I would say that a man's manners are what make him incredibly attractive. Listen, being a better man is what it means to be a manly. It has nothing to do with being haughty or conceited. Imagine that while out on a date with your significant other, a waiter accidentally spills some water on your shirt. Now, rather than losing it, you give him a smile and reassure him that everything is well. You gained your woman's respect and attraction by doing this in addition to demonstrating your greatness. She will respect and adore you since you are a man who understands the value of forgiving others and developing patience. This holds true for every aspect of your life. Your attractiveness will grow the more polite behavior you engage in. Number 5, be a consistent learner. You are very attractive to women if you are a child of knowledge and have a strong desire to learn new things at different stages of your life. How? Allow me to illustrate with an example. Assume for a moment that you are a man who has no curiosity to learn new things. Your woman will flee if she asks you what you have been up to lately, and you are at a loss for words. He who does not live a productive life is not only unattractive, but a man without a mission in life. Your brain will present you as intelligent when it is overflowing with information. When you actively respond to a woman's questions, she will sense that you are knowledgeable and eager to learn new things. Recognize this. Learning new things on a constant basis will enhance your personal development. You are a man who constantly aspires to be a better version of himself, so you will always be content with who you are. Now, if your woman feels the same way, this will also make you a role model for her, and over time, she will become utterly devoted to you. Number 6, cultivate emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence encompasses the ability to recognize and manage your own emotions, as well as understand the emotions of others. This skill is incredibly attractive to women because it signifies maturity, empathy, and the capacity for meaningful connections. To develop emotional intelligence, practice self-awareness by reflecting on your feelings and understanding their triggers. Learn to regulate your emotions by employing healthy coping strategies such as deep breathing or taking a break when feeling overwhelmed. Additionally, empathize with others by actively listening and validating their emotions without judgment. Show genuine interest in your partner's feelings and perspectives. Being emotionally intelligent enables you to navigate relationship challenges more effectively, communicate with empathy, and build trust. When a woman sees that you possess emotional intelligence, she feels understood and valued, which strengthens the emotional bond between you. Number 7, develop good communication skills. Effective communication is essential for building healthy relationships. It involves both expressing yourself clearly and listening attentively to your partner. To enhance your communication skills, practice active listening by giving your full attention to what your partner is saying without interrupting or judging. Reflect back what you hear to ensure understanding and show empathy by acknowledging your partner's feelings. Furthermore, work on articulating your thoughts and emotions openly and respectfully. Be mindful of your tone and body language during conversations. Express yourself honestly and assertively while being considerate of your partner's feelings. Effective communication fosters intimacy, resolves conflicts constructively, and strengthens emotional connections. When you demonstrate good communication skills, you demonstrate that you value mutual understanding and are committed to nurturing a healthy relationship. By focusing on these aspects of emotional intelligence and communication, you can significantly enhance your attractiveness as a partner and cultivate more fulfilling relationships. Remember that continuous practice and self-improvement are key to mastering these skills and creating deeper connections with others. If you found this advice valuable, consider subscribing for more insights on personal growth and relationship success. Number 8, show ambition and drive. Women are often attracted to men who exhibit ambition and a strong sense of purpose. Having clear goals and actively working towards them can be incredibly appealing. Ambition demonstrates that you have direction in life and are motivated to achieve personal and professional success. It signifies a proactive attitude and a willingness to strive for continuous improvement. To showcase your ambition effectively, take time to reflect on your aspirations and map out concrete steps to pursue them. Whether it's advancing in your career, starting a business, or pursuing a creative passion, demonstrate your commitment by consistently taking action. Communicate your ambitions with enthusiasm and confidence, inspiring your partner with your drive and determination. Moreover, ambition should be balanced with a healthy respect for others' goals and interests. Embrace collaboration and support your partner's ambitions as well. A shared sense of purpose and mutual encouragement can strengthen the bond between you and your partner, fostering a relationship built on growth and shared dreams. Number 9, practice kindness and generosity. Kindness and generosity are qualities that can greatly enhance your attractiveness as a partner. These traits demonstrate empathy, compassion, and a genuine concern for others' well-being. Acts of kindness, both big and small, can have a profound impact on your relationship. To cultivate kindness, prioritize empathy in your interactions. Listen actively to your partner's needs and feelings, and respond with compassion. Offer support and encouragement during challenging times, showing that you are dependable and understanding. Generosity extends beyond material gifts. It encompasses generosity of spirit and time. Show appreciation for your partner through thoughtful gestures, such as cooking a favorite meal, planning a surprise outing, or simply lending a helping hand. These acts of generosity create a positive atmosphere of reciprocity and strengthen emotional bonds. Importantly, kindness and generosity should be genuine and unconditional. Avoid expecting reciprocation for your gestures. Instead, derive joy from the act of giving itself. By embodying these qualities consistently, you create a relationship characterized by mutual respect, trust, and emotional connection. Incorporating these aspects into your personality can significantly enhance your attractiveness and contribute to a fulfilling and harmonious relationship. Remember, cultivating these qualities requires practice and a genuine desire to prioritize the happiness and well-being of your partner. It's all about practice, you see, and making an effort to be a better person than you were the day before. Your relationship with women will significantly change if you implement these habits into your life. By the way, please click the like and subscribe buttons if you want to advance in life.
Disrespect is a typical problem that we all experience in our lives, and it can be quite distressing and irritating. But what if we could learn from Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to face tough situations with wisdom and grace? In this video, we will look at 10 practical Stoic concepts that might help us deal with disrespect more effectively. As is customary, I dare you to be brave and stick with me to the finish of the film. Let's get started. Number 1. Reflect on yourself. An important aspect of Stoicism is the practice of self-reflection and self-examination. The Stoics believed that the quality of our thoughts determines the quality of our lives, and that we should always strive to improve ourselves and our actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. When you face disrespect, it is essential to reflect on yourself and ask questions like, is there any truth in what the person said or did? Did I do or say anything that provoked this situation? How can I respond in a way that is consistent with my values and virtues? By reflecting on yourself and the situation objectively, you can gain a better understanding of the event and your own role in it. Self-reflection is a Stoic way of ensuring that your responses are based on rational judgment rather than impulsive reactions. It helps you learn from the situation and promotes personal growth and wisdom. Number 2. Have empathy. Epictetus and other influential Stoic philosophers say, "Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves." Stoics believe in the interconnectedness of humanity, and that understanding the motivations and emotions of others can lead to better interactions and personal growth. When someone shows disrespect, Stoicism suggests practicing empathy. Try to put yourself in the other person's shoes and understand their perspective. Empathy can help you see the situation from a different angle and realize that the person's disrespect may not be personal or intentional. It may be caused by their own insecurities, fears, or ignorance. Empathy can also help you feel compassion for the person and reduce your negative feelings towards them. By empathizing with the person who disrespected you, you can avoid taking their words or actions personally and respond in a more respectful and dignified manner. Empathy helps you understand the person's perspective, feelings, and motivations. Instead of getting angry or defensive, you can respond with kindness and respect. This way, you can avoid escalating the conflict and maintain your dignity. Empathy also reflects the Stoic principles of wisdom, compassion, and self-improvement. It enables you to learn from challenging situations and grow as a person. By practicing empathy, you can cope with disrespect in a more positive and constructive way. Number 3. Learn to pause. Seneca once said, "Whenever you are angry, be assured that it is not only a present evil, but that you have increased a habit." Stoics believe in the importance of self-control and rationality. They argue that impulsive reactions driven by intense emotions like anger or frustration often lead to poor decisions and unnecessary suffering. When faced with disrespect, the Stoic approach encourages you to avoid reacting impulsively. Instead, take a moment to pause and collect your thoughts. This pause allows you to regain control over your emotions and gives you the opportunity to respond in a more measured and thoughtful manner. By resisting the impulse to react immediately, You can better align your response with Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control. This approach often leads to more constructive and less emotionally charged interactions when faced with disrespect. Pausing is a key Stoic strategy to maintain composure and make rational decisions when confronted with disrespect, ultimately leading to more positive outcomes and personal growth. Number 4, use humor. Sometimes a little laughter goes a long way. As the ancient philosopher Seneca said, "You have mastered yourself when you know how to deal with what you should not take seriously." Stoicism teaches us to control our emotions and act rationally, but it also recognizes the value of humor in coping with challenging situations. Humor can help us keep our emotional balance and avoid getting too angry or annoyed when someone disrespects us. Instead of letting our emotions get the best of us, we can choose to respond with a witty remark or a playful joke. Of course, humor should not be used inappropriately or excessively, but it can be a useful Stoic technique to handle disrespect in a way that creates a more positive and peaceful outcome. Number 5, keep your calm. One of the core teachings of Stoicism is that we are not disturbed by what happens to us, but by how we think about what happens to us. As Epictetus said, people are disturbed not by things, but by the view they take of them. This means that disrespect is not inherently harmful or offensive. It is our interpretation and judgment of it that make us feel hurt or angry. Free yourself when someone disrespects you. Remember that their behavior is a result of their own thoughts, feelings, and opinions, not a reflection of your true value or worth. This can help you keep your calm and not let their disrespect affect your emotional state. Number 6, choose forgiveness. Imagine someone disrespects you. How do you react? Do you lash out in anger, or do you let it go? The ancient philosophy of Stoicism has some wisdom to offer. Stoics believe that forgiveness is not a favor to the other person, but a gift to yourself. Forgiveness is the key to inner peace and happiness. But forgiveness is not easy. It does not mean forgetting or approving what happened. It means choosing to release the negative emotions that are hurting you more than anyone else. Stoics say that we should forgive all, but not indiscriminately. We should forgive wisely, with compassion and justice. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. We can't control how others behave, but we can control how we respond. We can choose to forgive and free ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. We can choose to move on with a sense of inner peace and tranquility. That's what Stoicism means by forgiveness. It's not a weakness but a strength. It's not a surrender but a victory. It's not a sacrifice but a reward. Forgiveness is the ultimate act of self-care and personal growth. Number 7, concentrate on virtue. One of the main ideas of Stoicism is to develop virtues such as wisdom and courage. These are the qualities that help us live well and act rightly. Seneca, a famous Stoic philosopher, wrote that virtue is nothing else than right reason. This means that being virtuous is the same as being rational and consistent with the natural order of things. Stoics believe that virtue is the highest good in life and that everything else is indifferent. When we face disrespect from others, Stoicism teaches us to focus on virtue in our response. This does not mean that we should ignore or tolerate the disrespect, but rather that we should respond in a way that reflects our Stoic values and principles. By focusing on virtue, we can avoid being influenced by our emotions, maintain our dignity and integrity, and grow as a person. Stoicism challenges us to be the best version of ourselves even in difficult situations. Number 8, embrace acceptance. One of the key lessons of Stoicism is to accept the things that are not in our control, such as the disrespect of others. Epictetus said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This means that we should be grateful for what we have and not worry about what we lack. Stoicism also teaches us to distinguish between what is in our control and what is not, which is known as the Stoic dichotomy of control. We can only control our own thoughts, feelings, and actions, but not the external events or the behavior of others. Therefore, when we face disrespect, we should not let it affect our inner peace. Instead, we should accept it as a part of life and focus on what we can do to improve ourselves and our situation. By accepting disrespect with Stoicism, we can avoid unnecessary anger, frustration, and resentment. We can also learn from the experience and grow as a person. This helps us to deal with disrespect in a rational and calm way. Number 9, set clear boundaries. Stoicism is not about being a doormat, it's about being a rock that stands firm in the face of disrespect and injustice. A rock that knows its worth and demands respect from others. A rock that controls what it can and lets go of what it can't. When someone disrespects you, you don't have to take it lying down. You don't have to lash out in anger either. You can be calm and assertive. You can tell them what they did wrong and how you expect them to treat you. You can set clear and reasonable boundaries that protect your dignity and self-respect. This is what Stoicism teaches us. It teaches us to be strong, just, and courageous. It teaches us to respect ourselves and others. It teaches us to maintain our inner control and our outer dignity in any situation. Number 10, change your perspective. Perspective is the ability to see things from a broader and more objective point of view. It helps you to avoid overreacting or taking things personally when someone disrespects you. Instead, it helps you to realize that disrespect is not a big deal in the grand scheme of things. As the Stoic Emperor Marcus Aurelius said, "Our life is what our thoughts make it." When you use perspective, you can see that most cases of disrespect are minor and temporary. They do not affect your true worth or happiness. You can also see that disrespect is often a reflection of the other person's ignorance, insecurity, or weakness, not yours. You can choose to ignore it, forgive it, or learn from it rather than letting it bother you. Perspective also helps you to focus on what really matters in life, your goals, values, and virtues. You can use your energy and time to pursue what is good and meaningful for you rather than wasting them on resentment or revenge. By doing so, you can live a more fulfilling and peaceful life. So the next time you encounter disrespect, keep perspective in mind. It will assist you in remaining calm and acting properly. Always remember that Stoicism is about controlling your emotions rather than suppressing them. When confronted with rudeness and unpleasant conduct, you may remain cool and powerful by using these 10 principles. Please give us a thumbs up to help us reach more individuals looking for old knowledge. Thank you for viewing.
9 ways to identify fake people. Behind every smile there's a story, but can you tell if it's genuine or just a mask? 1. Inconsistent stories. Beware of those whose tales wander and contradict. The stories of fake people often lack consistency, revealing a facade they struggle to maintain. These individuals are like chameleons, constantly altering their stories to fit the situation or audience. Their narratives often change dramatically over time, as they forget the details of their own fabrications or find new stories that serve their purpose better. This inconsistency isn't just a harmless trait, it's a deliberate tactic used to manipulate or impress others. Inconsistent stories are a hallmark of a lack of authenticity. Real people with genuine experiences have no need to constantly change their stories. Their life narratives are consistent, and while they might forget minor details, the core of their stories remains the same over time. Fake people, on the other hand, often find themselves trapped in a web of their own deceptions. As they struggle to keep track of their various tales, discrepancies become more apparent. This behavior can be particularly damaging in personal relationships and professional settings. In personal relationships, inconsistent stories can lead to a breakdown in trust. After all, if you can't trust someone to tell you the truth about their past, how can you trust them with your future? In professional environments, these inconsistencies can lead to a toxic workplace atmosphere where colleagues can't rely on each other and superiors can't make informed decisions. Identifying such individuals requires attentiveness and a good memory for details. By paying close attention to what someone says over time, patterns of inconsistency can emerge. This vigilance is not about being paranoid, but about protecting oneself from potential manipulation or deceit. When faced with inconsistent stories, it's important to question the narrative and seek clarity. Often, simply asking for more details or clarification can unravel a fake story, as the person may struggle to maintain the facade under scrutiny. 2. Superficial connections. Scratch the surface and you'll find shallow roots. Fake individuals prefer breadth over depth in their relationships, rarely forming meaningful bonds. These people often have a long list of acquaintances but very few, if any, true friends. Their connections are based on what others can offer them, rather than mutual respect or genuine affection. Superficial connections are a strategy, a way to navigate social landscapes without ever truly committing to anyone. These shallow relationships are characterized by a lack of depth and understanding. Fake people don't invest the time and emotional energy needed to build real connections. They might know many people, but their knowledge of these individuals is often limited to surface-level details, names, job titles, and other basic information. There's no sharing of personal struggles, no deep conversations about hopes and dreams, and no genuine emotional support. This approach to relationships is inherently self-serving. Fake individuals engage with others based on what they can gain, be it social status, professional advantages, or other benefits. They're often seen flitting from group to group, always seeking the most advantageous association. In doing so, they miss out on the true value of deep, meaningful relationships, the kind that provide support in tough times, joy in good times, and growth throughout life. The impact of such superficial connections can be profound. For those who form connections with these fake individuals, it can lead to feelings of being used or unappreciated. For the fake individuals themselves, it can result in a lonely existence, devoid of true companionship and support. They may find themselves surrounded by people, but lacking any real connection to any of them. To identify such superficiality, look for patterns in how individuals discuss their relationships. Do they only talk about what others can do for them? Do they switch social circles frequently? This behavior is often employed in both personal and professional contexts. In personal relationships, excessive flattery can be used to create a false sense of trust or to mask true intentions. In professional settings, it might be a tactic to curry favor or to distract from a lack of competence or commitment. The danger of this behavior lies in its ability to mislead and manipulate, creating an environment where genuine talent and effort are overshadowed by empty words. Moreover, those who frequently use excessive flattery often struggle with authenticity in other aspects of their lives. They may have a skewed perception of relationships, viewing them as transactions rather than mutual connections. This transactional approach can lead to a superficial social circle, where people are valued for what they can provide rather than who they are. To navigate through such deceit, it's essential to learn to differentiate between genuine praise and flattery. Genuine compliments are usually specific, related to real achievements or qualities, and given without expectation of something in return. In contrast, flattery often feels vague, exaggerated, or unrelated to actual accomplishments. Being aware of these differences can help in identifying individuals who use excessive flattery as a deceptive tactic. 4. Lack of empathy. A hollow heart can't empathize. Those who are insincere often show a notable absence of genuine concern and empathy for others. This lack of empathy is a significant red flag, indicating a person who is unable or unwilling to connect with others on an emotional level. Such individuals often disregard the feelings and needs of others, focusing solely on their own desires and objectives. The absence of empathy in a person's behavior can manifest in various ways. It may be evident in their indifference to others' difficulties or in their inability to celebrate others' successes genuinely. They might disregard the emotional well-being of those around them or fail to offer support when it's needed. In more extreme cases, a lack of empathy can lead to manipulative or harmful behaviors, as the individual does not fully consider or care about the impact of their actions on others. This characteristic is particularly damaging in relationships, whether personal or professional. In personal relationships, a lack of empathy can prevent the development of a deep, meaningful connection. It can lead to a one-sided relationship, where one person's needs and feelings are consistently ignored or undervalued. In professional settings, it can create a hostile and uncollaborative environment, as colleagues and employees may feel undervalued and misunderstood. Identifying a lack of empathy involves observing how individuals respond to situations that require emotional understanding. Do they show genuine concern when others are upset or in distress? Are they able to celebrate others' successes without making it about themselves? Do they show understanding and patience during difficult times? Answering these questions can provide insight into whether a person lacks empathy, which is a crucial component of genuine and healthy relationships. 5. Manipulative behavior strings are for puppets, not people. Fake individuals often manipulate others for personal gain, disregarding the feelings of those around them. This manipulative behavior is a deliberate strategy to control or influence others to achieve one's own goals. It can take many forms, from subtle emotional manipulation to overt exploitation. Such behavior is inherently selfish and shows a blatant disregard for the well-being and autonomy of others. Manipulators often possess a keen understanding of human psychology and use this knowledge to their advantage. They might use guilt, charm, coercion, or deceit to get what they want. This manipulation can be particularly damaging, as it often goes unnoticed until significant harm has been done. The victims of manipulation might find themselves in situations where they feel confused, guilty, or even responsible for the manipulator's actions. In personal relationships, manipulative behavior can lead to a toxic dynamic, where one person constantly feels under pressure to meet the other's demands or expectations. This can lead to a loss of self-esteem, anxiety, and emotional distress. In professional settings, recognizing and addressing manipulative behavior is crucial for maintaining healthy, respectful, and authentic relationships. By being aware of these tactics and taking steps to protect oneself, it's possible to build connections based on mutual respect and genuine understanding, rather than manipulation and deceit. 6. Frequent disappearance. When the going gets tough, the fake get going. Notice those who only appear in good times but vanish during challenges. This pattern of frequent disappearance is a telltale sign of a fair-weather friend or colleague, someone who is there for the ride but not for the journey. These individuals are quick to bask in shared successes or joyous occasions, but conspicuously absent during moments of difficulty or need. The harm of this behavior lies not just in the absence itself, but in the false sense of reliability it creates. People who frequently disappear betray the trust placed in them, leaving friends, family, or colleagues feeling abandoned and unsupported. In personal relationships, this can lead to feelings of loneliness and betrayal, as the individual realizes that their connection was contingent on positive circumstances. Professionally, it can disrupt team dynamics and hinder progress, as these individuals fail to contribute in times of stress or challenge. Identifying such individuals requires a keen observation of patterns over time. It's important to notice not just who is present in moments of success or celebration, but also who remains when situations become challenging. Loyalty and reliability are proven in adversity, not in ease. 7. Broken promises. A castle built on promises is built on air. Fake people make commitments easily but seldom follow through. This tendency to break promises is a critical indicator of a lack of integrity and reliability. Making a promise is, in essence, giving one's word. Breaking it is a sign of disrespect towards the recipient and oneself. It erodes trust and damages relationships, whether personal or professional. The impact of broken promises goes beyond the immediate disappointment or inconvenience. Repeatedly breaking promises can lead to a loss of credibility and respect. In personal relationships, it can cause emotional harm, creating an environment of uncertainty and insecurity. In professional settings, it undermines one's reputation and can jeopardize career opportunities and relationships with colleagues and superiors. To deal with individuals prone to breaking promises, it is crucial to set clear expectations and boundaries. Holding them accountable for their commitments can sometimes prompt a change in behavior. However, it's also important to protect oneself from the potential negative impacts of their unreliability by not relying solely on their promises. 8. Excessive self-promotion. In their world, the spotlight never dims. Self-centered and constantly seeking attention, fake individuals often exaggerate their achievements. This excessive self-promotion is not just about having confidence or a strong sense of self. It's about a deep-seated need for validation and admiration. Such individuals often have an inflated sense of their own importance and believe they deserve constant recognition and praise. This behavior can be disruptive in both personal and professional environments. In personal relationships, it can lead to a lack of balance, where one person's needs and achievements overshadow everyone else's. Professionally, it can create a toxic environment where collaboration and teamwork are undermined by one person's need to stand out at all costs. Recognizing excessive self-promotion involves paying attention to how individuals talk about themselves and their achievements. Do they consistently dominate conversations with tales of their accomplishments? Do they exaggerate or fabricate details to appear more successful or important? Such patterns can indicate a tendency towards self-promotion that borders on inauthenticity. 9. Unreliable instincts. Trust your gut. Often, our instincts can sense inauthenticity before our mind can rationalize it. This intuitive feeling, sometimes referred to as a gut feeling, is an important tool in identifying fake people. Our subconscious can pick up on subtle cues and inconsistencies that our conscious mind might miss or rationalize away. However, it's important to remember that instincts are not infallible. They can be influenced by our biases and past experiences. Therefore, while it's crucial to listen to your instincts, it's also important to balance them with rational thought and observation. If your gut is telling you that someone is insincere, take a step back and observe their behavior more objectively. Look for patterns and evidence that either confirm or contradict your intuition. Unreliable instincts can lead us astray, particularly in complex social situations where our biases and preconceptions play a significant role. Cultivating self-awareness and being mindful of these biases can help refine our instincts, making them a more reliable guide in assessing the authenticity of those around us. In conclusion, while instincts are a valuable tool in identifying fake people, they should be used in conjunction with rational analysis and observation. By doing so, we can develop a more accurate and nuanced understanding of the people we interact with, allowing us to form more authentic and meaningful relationships. As we navigate through the complexities of human relationships, understanding the signs of inauthenticity is crucial. Remember, the journey towards genuine connections is paved with awareness and wisdom. We've explored the subtle yet significant traits that reveal the true nature of those around us. From the inconsistencies in their stories to the unreliability of their commitments, each sign is a guidepost on this journey. But the quest doesn't end here. Our channel is dedicated to empowering you with insights and knowledge to enhance your understanding of human behavior and relationships. By subscribing, you join a community committed to personal growth and authentic living. Don't let the journey stop with this video. Hit the like button if you found these insights valuable, and subscribe to stay updated with more content that enlightens and inspires. Share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. Your story could be the beacon that guides someone else to clarity. Together, let's build a world where authenticity reigns and genuine connections thrive. Remember, your intuition is your compass, and your willingness to learn is the key to navigating the seas of relationships. Like, subscribe, and embark on this continuous journey of discovery with us. Every click, every share, every subscription helps us reach more people, spreading knowledge that has the power to transform lives. Thank you for watching, and remember, in a world full of facades, your authenticity is your greatest strength. Embrace it, nurture it, and watch your relationships flourish in the light of truth.